Something about you feels so different. Yeah, you mess me up inside. It's like your energy was kissing my soul back to life, was living. Now it feels like every part of me is died. Yeah, you're gone without a trace. You left me where no one can find me. There's no sign of life out here. I scream and it goes silent. I fight so hard, but I can't find my way out. Lost all dimension and time. All alone in your voice in my mind. And this goes down. And this goes down. Every message that I send you, you just leave them all unread. Now every part of me is hurting, cross my heart, I don't deserve this. Loved you just for you to haunt me in the end. Yeah, you're gone without a trace. You left me where no one can find me. There's no sign of life out here. I scream and it goes silent. I fight so hard, but I can't find my way out. Lost all dimension and time. I don't think I'm losing my mind. And this goes down. I'm losing my mind, and this goes down. Like a broken soul in a wonderland without angels. That is how I feel when the mirror shows me a stranger. Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all very, very good. As I promised, I'm obviously streaming on Twitch this year, but if I get spare time and whatnot, I will try and throw some YouTube morning streams in and some weekend streams and stuff like that, so you guys have got tons of content to be getting on with. But Mr. Mike, good morning. Rami, good morning. Thank you for all the support so far, Rami, mate. You've been incredible. Zayn, good morning. Fakra, as always for you, thank you for all the comments. Thank you for all the times you watch the videos, come into streams. You're a king, mate. I appreciate you. Tristan, the same for you, mate. You've been in both streams. I think you've been here and on Twitch, which is mad. So thank you so much for all the support. It's been incredible so far this year. I'm very thankful for it. We put the consistency in though. We said it this year. Consistency, consistency, consistency. That was what we said. And we're going to continue it, okay? We're going to continue consistency. Now I just need to test something quickly. I need to just check if me going onto FUZZBALL40 creates a lag, because there's a problem with it yesterday. And if it does create a lag, then I need to be careful when I record the video this morning, because it might cause a problem. So I need to check that. Good morning, Manny. How are you? How are you? So I'm going to flick onto FUZZBALL40 and I'm going to click a couple of cards. I need to check my computer and see my stream and see if it lags. Because if it does lag, then I've got a problem for recording the morning video. I have to record it after stream. But we should be alright. Just keep an eye on it. Just go blah, see if any got players. Let's go League, Premier League, let's go down, let's apply filter. Can you guys tell me if it lags in any moment of what I'm doing? Can you just tell me can you tell me, basically? Any lag at all for you guys? I don't think there was. I don't think there was lag, so we should be alright. I think it was just footbin yesterday playing up, because every time, I don't know if it was causing the CPU, but every time I clicked it yesterday, there was some lag. I don't think there is today. It's a bit loud, right? Let me turn down the music a little bit. Thank you for letting me know, dude. Is that better? I'm trying not to be too loud, right? So Sean, you guys know we do the reuse side of things, our business as well. Sean was up at 4 o'clock this morning going to pick up a very expensive touch TV thing. So I want him to sleep in because he's got training later on, so I'll make sure he gets some sleep. Hello Harlan, how are you, mate? Good morning. Josh, hope you're morning. Do you hold that, son? No. We make more coins by selling them. I'm going to explain that in the video. So that's good. Well, Disc will be pinged when the site goes live 100%, mate. We'll let everyone know as soon as it's done. Haven't traded much, just grinding up 70k. That's still good. That's still good. I'm good, Manny, mate. I'm tired, but I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I am good. I can't complain. Things are going really well so far this year. We're really enjoying it. We're really enjoying it. For some reason, the chat on this isn't coming up on my live streaming bit, which is a bit annoying. There we go. That's better. That's better. I can hear you right. I can move you guys over to here, so you're there basically, so I can see it. But yeah, so we've been doing mainly solution trading, and it's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Every time I fill my transfer pile up, I make about 40 to 60k, give or take. And yesterday we got Edison from a preview pack. So what I've done is throw a glove on him and 99 contracts. So hopefully someone buys him before the price ranges change. So I had a Ramsdale, for example, who had the lowest price range of 12k, and I got him sold. I'm just hoping before people realise, because some people won't, that Edison's price range is going to change. He's going to become cheaper. I'm hoping to get him sold, because that would be a huge chunk of coins. So something I saw on the call down last night happened. I was buzzing. Main trading methods. The main methods that I've used have been obviously silvers. We all know that I work with silvers left, right, and centre. Shadow, Hunter, Anchor, and solution trading. So that's good. Yeah, yesterday was a bit slower. I think it was quite competitive yesterday. So like I was going to shadow filters, right? I was going on the shadow filters the whole time, and it was very difficult to pick up anything other than what was listed at the price shadows are selling for. It was next to impossible to pick up a snipe. Like, I was literally compare price and backing out, right? I'll see if one comes up now. Like, it's next to impossible at the moment. So bidding on them worked a lot better. I did get quite a few on bid. But like, it was very difficult. And I don't know if there's bots on them. I don't know if it's because there are only a certain amount of trading methods you can use at the moment. So everybody's using shadows and hunters. But it was very difficult. To be fair, I don't necessarily think it's because Onana's terrible. I just think keepers in the game generally are terrible. I think that's been the problem. They're going to patch them though, from what everyone's saying in the patch notes. I've actually that one. That's good. We got that Paqueta, which is good. But it was very difficult to really get anything yesterday on the shadows. I got a few anchors which did alright. But the problem is Dan is holding like quite a few people in his streams, quite a few viewers. And Dan showed him on anchors, so it just went crazy the moment that happened. So we missed out on him. That's why we felt for a terrible snap, to be fair. Like, it's very difficult to get anything. Like that Paqueta was a very lucky one. Let's see if I can get a couple more, but I won't be able to. So I don't sit there and just try my best to be like, right, I'm going to sit here for an hour and get 50 players. Like, I'll just solution trade. But the video today is going to be on investments. I'm probably not going to bother investing because I'm making more coins without it. But a lot of you guys are insisting that you want to do tunes banging. She sells about 3.5. But a lot of you guys want to invest. So we're going to go over the investments if you want to make them. But I wouldn't advise holding them to a full release. I really wouldn't. I've got a Dalot, which is something. Don't think it's got major value or anything, but we got one. How are you, mate? I managed to snipe Jude at 100k last night. Anchor trading has been getting 300 to 500 cart per card. It's so OP. So if you guys have already subscribed to the site, or if you're about to subscribe to the site, there are areas on there that are live. So we've got an Anchor temporary spreadsheet on there. Everyone's using it. It's incredible. Like, you can genuinely make 100k in an hour if you really, really grind it out. Like, genuinely, that's not like, oh, a little bit, whatever. Really, people are making that per hour. Thank God for you. If you ever get it where the keeper saves instant rebounds for that, you ever seen it? Yeah, all the time. Or if you move the keeper to cover their shot off, and they shoot to where the keeper is, and it goes over his head, he sort of does like a backflip. Like, it's terrible. It's next to impossible to deal with. It's next to impossible to get anything out of. It's very frustrating. Like, Shadow's going to be dead this morning, I think, so I'm not too stressed about Shadows. You're never going to get a 1.1. Like, it's not going to happen. Oh, but we've got 1.2. That is sensational. We take that. Need to sub to the site. Get in there. If you're going to get a season pass, guys, get your season pass bought as quick as possible. Because, remember, no matter what happens with a season pass, you've got the whole year included. No matter what happens. So it doesn't make a difference if you sub now or sub in a week. You're going to have the whole year, no matter what happens. And one of you guys will basically win a copy of EA Sports, but I'm fairly certain most of you will have that. So we're just going to give you the cash instead. So a nice little cash boost for you. Yeah, I've been grinding my arse off, mate. I've been non-stop. Yesterday, I finished stream, watched TV with Harrison for a bit, and then I was up until 1, probably, grinding, doing solution trading. One Voigt kept coming up as a solution. One Voigt kept coming up as a solution. So I was just literally selling him, buying him back when he got cheap, waiting for it to come up as a solution again, buying him when he got cheap. I just kept doing it. I probably made about 100k off Voigt alone. And then towards the end of the... I didn't mean to bid on that. It's really annoying. Then towards the end of the night, I just like, right, let me send him off at like 700 coins because I wanted to go to bed. I didn't want to make a loss on him the next day. I don't know where he is at the moment. Enjoying grinding. This is the best part of the game. This is genuinely, other than like Team of the Year and Team of the Season, which are just mad promos, this part is the best part of the game. All day long. There is no better part than this part of the grinding. This is when you can improve your team, when you can use these random 83 rated cards because they are like meta enough. I'm not going to stay on this for very long, guys. I just want to see if there's any way to get some couple more snipes, but I'm not too stressed, to be honest with you. I'm just going to buy this Torreira because I don't want to sit with a 1.8k goal. It's pointless. No one's going to bid on him. This Torreira, if it was in a random league, it's actually a half decently well-rounded card. You see how quick it is? Like, you've got to be so quick. What you really want is 1 over the hour, so you can have it fall directly onto it. That's what you really want. But I showed this in the video, basically. The best time to do this is probably 6 PM. It's not now. That's the best time to do the shadow trading. Is at 6 PM. All day long. What filter is this? Gold rare, shadow. Done. Easy. So Torreira, we're just going to get gone because I didn't really want to buy him, right? He will sell probably for about that. I didn't really want to buy him. I bought it by accident. Paqueta, we just paid 1.5 for. Now, Paqueta as a card is... We probably can get 2.5 for him quite easily. So it's 1,000 there. Dalot, again, probably the same. Gravenberch was 1.2. So I'm just going to go like 2.3 on him and get myself a nice 1,000 for his profit. So that's not too bad. Can't complain, really. Are you watching Rugby World Cup? I am indeed. I haven't watched every game, but I've watched a good chunk of them. So it's going well at the moment for us. Like, I'm surprised by how well we're playing. Anytime before 8 or 6 for me, picked up 28 cards, 900 below even. And bids have tended to be the better way to go. Genuinely, bids have generally been the better way to go because it's less competition. So say you're battling with 5 other people, some of your bids will sneak through. Like, some of your bids on these cards will sneak through. In a way that maybe you wouldn't be able to snipe them so easily. So you can get them quite easily on bids up to 2,000. Don't want that with bids. This with shadow. But all of this stuff is about to go live on the site. So every single thing you see is about to go live on the site for you guys. And as soon as it goes live on the site, the coins you're going to make are going to be ridiculous. Like, we're talking hundreds of thousands a day. Like, bids are better than no bots too, exactly. You're not battling the bots, which is the important part. Which is really, really the important part. Bids on solution trading is just incredible. Genuinely, it's absolutely incredible. Let's just throw some bids out. So I've got some cards sitting there on bids. We'll go with royalty, even though I don't even want to spend that much on the card. There's no real point in putting a bid on Reece James because he's going to get mad high and there's no real... Camavinga will throw one on just for the banks. Gavardia will throw one on for the banks. Krieger, we probably can as well. So to throw a few bids on these guys, just so we've got them sitting here chilling basically. Joelinton, that's fine, that'll do for now. Is Rolfo sell or hold? So people are finally realising that the women are overpowered. People are slowly realising. If you get lag on my stream, by the way, please just do let me know. People are starting to realise. So Rolfo, for example, she was like, up until Saturday, she was 32k. She's now 92k. So that's a massive, massive, massive climb. Like, she spiked yesterday by 30k, which is mental. Cheapest is 10.99 on the monthly recurring. It's 10.99. Took most FIFA 23 off. Good to see you still killing it. Looking forward to getting back to trading. FIFA 23, I think, was a lot of people were like, do you know what? I'm not enjoying this, including myself. So towards the end of FIFA 23, I was like, it's time for me to take some time off and work on my businesses, work on my relationship with my brothers, and spend some time with them, basically. And it was the right thing to do. I'm happy I did. But now is the time to get back to grinding. Now is the time to get back to grinding. And I want this year to be the best yet. I want to make sure the consistency is on point. We're making really good coins. You guys are doing really well. I want to make sure that's happening. It's really annoying when this happens. I know there are going to be anchors that have got less than... They've got 650 bids but are closer than that. How's FUZZBALL40 started back being up through FUTBIN? Yeah, but we also call them in the Discord as well. Like in the sub chat and whatnot, people are talking about it. Right, so we'll leave shadows for now. Let's go to anchors. If it's still showing Spinazzola, then we know that it's doing that go slow thing. No, so we've got Joelinton, but that's it. Pretty terrible. Oh my god, this reset of the anchors and shadows. I don't understand how this has happened again. For a bid on Willock. For a bid on Sheila. For a bid on Paulo Thomas. But like, there's not really that many this morning because it's dead. It's dead first thing in the morning, so... But Dabinia at 65k, 170k, should she go up more or should I wait? She will go up more in my opinion. But I think you've just got to be careful. The market's acting very weird. We're going to go over... we're going to go over all the investment stuff for today's video. So in detail, it's going to be investment stuff for today's video. So for those of you that want to invest, although I don't necessarily think you need to or that it's the best way to make coins. So Dalot's already sold, which is good. That was quick. But you can see, like, every time I fill my transfer pile up with solutions, I'm making 40 to 60k, right? Now, let's say you buy Rolfo. If she gets to 140k, that's great. So 92k to 140k is great. It's 48k profit. But in 2 hours of solution trading, you could have done the exact same thing. So that's the only thing that I think about when I do it. So that's what you've got to be mindful of. Right, so transfer targets. The rise in icons yesterday was unprecedented. If I'd have seen it coming, I would have bought a shit ton. I didn't see it coming up that fast anyway. I don't think anyone did. I don't think anyone saw the rise that happened yesterday of icons. They were absolutely ridiculous. I hate that RB isn't working. It's really quite annoying. Uli Paqueta is sitting there chilling at the moment. Best time to sell, in my opinion, is just before full release. I'll explain why in the video. I'll explain why in detail in the video. Must have got these guys selling. I just want this Edison to go. Mad that my first decent pull of the year came from a promo pack. Not a promo pack, a preview pack. I knew I should have bought Perla for 130. Yeah, but everyone knew. The thing is, you've got to remember, everyone's talking about, oh, like, I should have bought into this card at this point. I should have bought into this card at this point. A lot of people didn't have the coins to do it. That's why they were so cheap, because people didn't have those coins. That's why they were so cheap. But they're only going to go one way, and that's up right now. They're only going to go one way, and that's up. Dun, Have heroes at the same rise worth investing in them? They're not quite as up as icons, and in my opinion, heroes are going to be some of the best cards to invest in. Purely because they're... So think about meta cards, right? Like the RB and those guys, right? They're probably going to rise. The thing with heroes is they're a lot rarer. As cards, they're rarer cards. So their chance of rising and doing something decent is really, really good because you're not going to get a ton of people packing them. And there are not going to be tons of them on the market at a time. Mikey, I'm good, mate. Oh, to buy a new amp. Nice, Daniel. What for? An amp for what? So Ludovic Julie, for example, I looked to buy him last night when he was 180. He's now 224. Which is an incredible rise. And I think it's only one way that these cards are going, and that is up. That is up. Look, Mustafa, no one's going to touch for a barge pole. Ramirez, 1.1 million. Mental Shmalarek, 312k. Dirk Cat, 140 because he's only Eredivisie. You've got to bear that in mind, guys, when you're buying these cards. Some of them you've got to think about the right links to the right leagues. It's vitally important you think about that. Do not touch Kaniwiba, Kani, however you want to pronounce it. Do not touch him. Do not touch him with a barge pole. Oh, look, Qatar, nice. So that's how due before 4 leads. There's a chance that who flies. You just got to be careful, like, you've got to be careful. Rio, good morning, mate. Should I let Kanata go down because he's low rated? I'd be careful with the low rated guys. I really would be careful. I know that some of them are up right now. Where's Kanata at now? 5.5k, right? But Kanata's general trend has been down. So he was just like, I think he got as high as like 8k. On the thing it's only showing Friday was 5.3. I think at his highest. The 6.6 it's saying here. The general trend for most of them has been down, and they're going to get packed very, very often. For me, Konate is not incredible enough to be like... I use him, but I don't think it's incredible enough to be like, yeah, he's a good investment. I don't think so, personally. Yeah, he'll go up. Between now and then, he should fly, but I just would be careful with how long you hold these cards for, guys. Really would be careful. Do you know how much you sell the Shadow Gold cards for? The best thing you do is check them individually so you get an idea, but an average is like 2.3 to 2.6. But some of them sell for 3k. Yeah, the women players. I told everyone. I said to everyone, the women's players were going to absolutely explode when people realise how OP they are, and some of them are doing ridiculous stuff. Rolfo's gone from 32k to 90k now in 2 days. 2 days. Yeah, link to the promo, might harm it. What is the promo? Is it coming out on Friday, the promo? Is that promo coming out on Friday? I made the same coins on Smith, Swanson and Morgan, but I can't sell them, they're so broken in game. Is it you can't sell them because you don't want to? And by Smith, you're talking about Sophia Smith. Where was she before, mate? She was so cheap. 118k and she's now 275. Wow. Loads of knockouts on Friday, apparently. Who's leaked that, though? They say Quinn Smith out. No, it's fine. You're very good at that. Yashin. 460k. Prince, I'm like, why are you so expensive? Baggio, Eusebio, Cafu, Zico, Sarah. Only at 2 million, which is nice to see. My guy deserves all the love. Mia Hamm at 5.2 million makes me so happy, man. That card looks absolutely ridiculous. That card looks a joke. Is Diablo going to go down? It's really good, but not sure what to sell. No, he should rise between now and the game coming out, but just remember he's low rated, so he's at risk of being packed quite a bit. You just have to bear that in mind. It's so important you understand that. Like, if you get to the point where you're happy with the profit or the money you're making off of him, then there's no reason to not sell. Really is no reason not to sell. If you're happy with it. Right, I am going to record the 5:15 for today. Again, consistency, consistency, consistency. That is what we're talking about this year, okay? It's all about consistency. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a new video with me, FUZZBALL40. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed to the channel recently. It's growing amazingly well. If you're new around here, please do consider subscribing. It's free and I guarantee you watching the channel will make you millions of coins this year. If you can drop a like and you can drop a comment, I will comment back to every single person as I always do. And it massively helps the video to get pushed on the YouTube algorithm. And foot trading, all these site areas are about to go live. Subscribe over there. I guarantee you you'll make millions. We have one of the biggest communities for a reason. It's an incredible place. We work so hard on it. It supports our content and makes you guys millions of coins. So get involved. I'll be live on Twitch in 15 minutes as well. So make sure you come over to Twitch. The link is down below. But we're going to talk today investments. Now, disclaimer for these investments. So a lot of people are talking about how you can invest in cards and hold cards, etc., etc., etc. Now, in my opinion and most traders' opinions, the market's only going one way, and that is up, okay? So that's what most people are believing and most people are thinking. And so a lot of you guys are asking what to buy into, okay? Now, all I'm going to say about this is just be mindful. Number one, investments are never guaranteed. Number two, you can usually make more coins just by trading on the game without the investments. There are a couple of investments that if you'd have bought into, absolutely flew. But I'm going to explain that to you in a minute, how just being careful with investments as being a dead cert thing is a difficult thing to do, right? So I just want to show you my transfer pile, okay? Now, you can see on here I've got some random shadows and hunters. But you can see these guys here. Now, these are the leftovers from my solution trading that I showed you in yesterday's video, okay? Every time that I fill my transfer pile up with solution trading, I'm getting between 40 and 60k, okay? Now, if you think about an investment on a player, let's say you go and buy a DRB now. DRB probably could get you a 40, 50k profit potentially. Maybe not that much. We're still in a bit of the unknown. He can go and get you that sort of profit by investing into him. Now, if you think every hour you can make that solution trading, I question, is it really worth investing into these guys? What I think I might do is wait until later in the week to invest and do that. But some of you guys haven't got the time to trade the same way that I would. So let's take a look at FUTWIZ and look at some players that you guys could think about potentially trading with, okay? Or investing into. So one of the major things that everyone is talking about are all these evolution cards, okay? Now we'll bring up Ansu Fati. Fati being the first one, it's 8.8k. His graph doesn't make the greatest reading. Up, sort of drop down. We go to the hourlies. And as you can see, Ansu Fati is relatively, not always, but he's relatively stagnant. Up a couple of K isn't really something incredible, although for a low rated card it's not bad. My worry with you guys investing in these cards is that there's going to be so much supply of them because they're all relatively low rated, sort of 78 to 82. So I think you have a real risk that if you buy into these cards, they're going to get packed non-stop when the game first comes out and you might get stung, okay? So I don't really like them too much as investments. Even if they do go up a bit, it's too risky. So what are good investments, right? What you're looking for with these investments are the meta cards from each league, okay? Now, as a basic starting point, anything sort of 50k and above will tend to be a good buy. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of cards just so you can get an idea of it. We'll go to the Premier League. We'll start with the Premier League and we'll apply filters. And we'll just have a little look at these cards. So, very few of you are going to have money for someone like Erling Haaland. But as you can see, his graph makes for good reading all the way up. If we look at his hourlies, incredible rise from him, like with his 200,000 coins up, which is fantastic. I still think there's some rise in him. I don't think that he stops there at all. I think he's still going to rise a little bit. But most of you aren't going to have a card like Erling Haaland, and it's a lot of coins to risk. Let's be real, it is a lot of coins to risk. So where are the half-decent other investments you can make, right? We're not interested in the likes of Silva or Fernandez. The price range here, the price level in Odegaard isn't what we're looking at, okay? Cancelo, forget about him for that minute. Now, Tonali isn't a bad investment in any way, shape or form. 138k though, it's expensive. It's quite a lot. Saka, I don't mind. I really don't mind Saka. 39k is a massive, massive risk. And as you can see, his graph has only gone one way. He's not seen the explosive rise yet that other people have. So he could be half decent. Again, this doesn't make for the best reading. This is how you find players that you want to invest in. Nkunku, okay? Nkunku. This is more like it. So you see a guy, 97k. You see that Friday he was 71. He's now at 90 or 97. and you see this lovely graph that is rising, 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 rising. This is the sort of card that you should think about investing in, okay? If you're insisting on investing. Now, the people that should invest are the people that maybe don't have a lot of time on the game every day to trade. I'm just going to pull this down because you can't really see me very well because of the sun shining through. But they're the people that should be investing, really, because they're the ones that, in my opinion, are going to get the most out of investing. They're the most out of it, okay? So I'd be looking at someone like Nkunku, right? Now let's look at someone else. Trent, no interest. Onana, keepers I don't really like. Rashford, very expensive. Varane, a good, relatively good investment. And again, this is how you find an investment. Let's go and look at what he's done. From 64 all the way to where he is now. This is an incredible rise in this card. Incredible rise in this card. 116k, that's risk. There is risk involved in that, so you have to bear that in mind. I would just caution you to think about, when it comes down to the amount of risk that you want to put in, is that the level in a centre-back? Possibly not. But the card we're going to look at, and I'm going to show you, is the RB, okay? This card is the fastest in the Premier League, 95 pace. His other stats are okay, and he's 3-star weak foot. But you can see 48k, and he's boomed all the way up to nearly double in price, okay? And I called this guy earlier in the week and said, well, over the weekend, and said he's got a lot of room to rise. I would advise you to track his price. If you see him continue to rise, it's probably a good sign that you can probably buy into him, okay? I'd advise you to look at him because he looks like a very, very decent buy in amongst all these cards. The worry you have with him is this rating, 84 rated. He's going to get packed a lot. So a lot of people will say, okay, cool. When do I sell these cards? And I have to stress this to you guys. I don't think you hold these cards until full release. Because you've got to think, when full release comes round, people this time aren't going to get the 4.6k FIFA points as standard that we all get with the Ultimate Edition, okay? But a lot of people, a huge amount of people, are going to use points, and a lot of packs are going to get opened. You've also got the slight risk that there's a promo of Road to Knockout starting on Friday, which means EA are going to throw out a huge amount of promo packs. That could really drive the price down on some of these cards, so I would not be holding until full release. I actually think your sell point might be towards the Wednesday, maybe early Thursday. You've got rewards on Thursday, which might allow for a little rise after rewards because people have got some more coins and whatnot. But I would be very, very careful holding these until full release. Now, think about it this way. If they do go up after full release and you've lost out on some coins, it doesn't really matter. You've made good profit anyway. Who cares? If they go down, you're then struggling to make coins back. And that's something you've got to bear in mind. If they go down, you're losing a good amount of coins. So that's something that I would be very, 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 very mindful of, okay? Really mindful of. But that's that. Now, another good investment, and we think about, right, what are good investments? What are decent investments in all of this, right? And what cards are rarest on the game? And the answer to that is icons and heroes, okay? Now, icons have already seen a boom, and heroes are starting to rise. So we'll apply the filter and go to heroes. We'll get rid of the Premier League because we don't want that. We want heroes. We'll just get heroes up. And we get rid of gold rares as well because we don't want gold rare there. Apply filters. And you can see all the heroes basically. So what you're looking for here are those relatively strongly meta cards that maybe aren't too expensive. So Gianluca Vialli, in my opinion, it isn't a bad card at all, right? He's 180k. If we have a look at Chiesa and we go to his card, he's sitting at 71k. So maybe someone might want to link Vialli to Chiesa because obviously there's a value there. What we do is look at Vialli's graph, 180 at the moment, and you can see he has absolutely flown up to 180k, okay? That's a huge, huge rise, and probably only going to get more expensive in the next coming days. 3-star, 4-star, the 3-star skill moves kill him a little bit, but again, good pace, good shooting, decent dribbling, like decent enough, reactions and composure are good. So that's the sort of player I'd be interested in. Another one that I've already got up, Ludovic Juli, 86, 88 pace, 83 shooting, 81 passing, 85 dribbling. This is a really, really nice card. 4-star, 4-star. I looked to buy him yesterday and he was sat at basically 180k. He's now up at 224k, which is a really, really significant rise. He's Ligue 1. He links a lot of players from that league, which is great. People are saying, oh, he links Mbappe. I'm not sure that you use Juli to link an Mbappe card. I think you're more likely to use a Ginola. But he does link a lot of players in this league, and I think heroes this year could be big, okay? They could be big. But we're going to have a little look at icons. And I'm just going to show you what icons did yesterday alone, okay? So if we go to icons and we have a little look, so we've got some anchors there, which is good. Look at Robert Pires. So for 142 yesterday, cheapest sitting at the moment, 175. Cliver at 120 yesterday. He's all bid for 124. Cheapest sitting at the moment, 140. Bang 140, it's a 20k rise. Ashley Cole. Dan called Ashley Cole in his stream yesterday. 215 that one went for. And the cheapest you can find on the market right now is 268. These rises in icons are incredible. They're massive, massive rises. And I still think they've got some rising in them to continue to go, basically. My big but to this is they all will have a ceiling price. Every card you see will have a ceiling price. And once it hits that ceiling price, panic might sort of ensue and people start to worry about that. If you don't want to invest long term, what you can do is invest each day. So potentially you could go and buy an Ashley Cole, hold on to him from the evening that you buy him till the next morning when he's risen, sell him for profit, move on to another card, and just make that sort of 30, 40k potentially each day off of cards. You could do that instead, which isn't a bad shout at all. It's a pretty fair, decent shout, in fact. But those of you that want to invest, there are loads of players out there for you to invest in. You've just got to be mindful that there is always risk with investing, okay? There's always risk. But that's how you go about finding the cards. Don't just go out and buy all the same investments I've just told you, because you're all going to end up investing into each other's cards. Look for those meta cards. Remember that sort of golden rule, 50k and above tends to be a good place to buy in. Look for their graph. If it's up, that is a good place to look at, okay? Just be mindful, if they've had a ridiculous rise, sometimes that might slow down. People go, hang on, that's a bit too expensive for that player. A decent rise to me is sort of maybe doubling since maybe Saturday. Something like that is a good place to be. But that's really the investments you need to be looking at and how to invest on this game. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below. Make sure notifications are turned on so you never miss an upload. But for now, I'm out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon. Did that make sense to you guys? Did that make sense? Was it good? Did it help? I'm hoping it helped, because that's the aim in all of this, is that it helped. That's what we tried to do. Let's play. How do you know what solo cards for all of you? I've already answered that question. Someone plays Boone is like, right, cool, what's fun? Pat's an 89 French right wing goes 200k shook man. I can't remember her name, plays for Leon, I think. I know who you're on about. I can't remember her name though. Fly filters. Diani. Diani's who you're talking about. I still think she's got some rising in her. Again, if you look at Diani, 183. She was 86k. Look at this. The women, people are finally waking up to how OP the women are. People are finally waking up to it. Like, it's taken long enough, but I said it from ages ago. These cards are ridiculous, especially going forward. They're beastly. Sam Kerr, I've got her Mad Vedi card. Unbelievable card. Unbelievable card. She's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I've never, ever, ever had a card where I just go sit there and go, wow. Kototo is okay as a buy. She isn't that OP though. You have to bear that in mind. Kototo, 83 pace. When you think people are thinking about building their team, do you think they're looking at going 83 pace? Yes, I'm gonna go and buy that. I don't know if that's the case with someone who's got 83 pace. Nigerian, yeah, is it Oshola? Oshuala, that's it. Oshuala, 157k. 157k. Pacey, finishing. Again, a lot of people love her. And again, she was on Saturday, 74k. Really, when I think we're looking at the rise in these players, I think you should be looking at them from Sunday, because that's when everyone's starting to think about who they're going to invest in. And she's from 111 to 157, which is mad. Lucy Bronze, the problem you've got with Lucy Bronze again is the stats on her. How many people are using a right back that's got 73 pace? Realistically. You've got to think about that. How many evolution cards can one create? As many as you can, as many as there basically. As many as are in the evolution. So I'm doing Ansu Fati at the moment. Because I don't see why not, basically. Let me just quickly get Advance on Willock. can check the website quickly to work out his sell price. So on the website, right, guys, we have got a temporary area for you guys, which has the anchors on it. So you can check basically the price of the cards that you want to go with. Right, so we'll go 1.5k on Willock. She can play centre back, no? I don't know. But even still, 73 pace on centre back? Is that what you want? I don't think she can. On this, it says right wing back only. I'll check on the actual game itself. What should you do with 45k? Probably silvers. So, again, those of you that are low budget, let me just go over a couple of tips for you guys. So, silver, may need a major 5 leagues. It's the best place to be. Find out the minimum they're selling for. It's not going to be 1,200 because the minimum that's a skip. So the minimum they're selling for is 600. So you want to snipe everything that pops below 600 basically, or better still bid. You'll get more deals on bids. Silver rares are slightly different. They tend to be a little bit more expensive. And they're not exactly hard to pick up. You can see Fleck there. Let me just get them up for 800 again. Whether he sells, so that's not matter. But you want to find out what the minimum is they're selling for. 750 maybe? Yeah, cool. And you want to compare price back out. You genuinely will pick up so many deals, okay? Check each card individually and see what that card is actually selling for. Best time to do this is 6 PM. Best time to do any real trading is 6 PM UK time. Because that's when all the content comes out. And everyone's buying stuff and stuff's being put on the market. And what happens at that time is people are looking here, they're looking there. So you get loads more opportunities opening up. Because some people gravitate towards the investments for that day. Some people gravitate towards whatever. So that's a really good thing you can do. Bids is probably the best way forward with them. So if you want to bid, you know 750 is the minimum they're selling for. You're going to flip your filter and you're going to set it to 700. And you can bid up on everything that comes up to that price, okay? So you can do it that way, okay? But don't just do the Premier League because everyone does that and it ends up screwing yourself over. But also, do look at some of the smaller leagues. Do just have a little look. See if there's any value in the smaller leagues. And to be fair, if they're 300 coins each here, how much are the silver rares? Bids could be very, very OP on these cards. So basically, what's your risk here? Very, very little, small to nothing. Small to nothing. So you can look at some of the minor leagues. 400 coins, you probably want a bit more than that. So that's first method you can do. Second, that I'd be looking at is Shadow, Hunter and Anchor. I don't know if I want to do that with 35k or 45k, but it's not the end of the world. All you're going to do again is find out what the minimum is they're selling for and snipe everything that comes up below that price. So we know they're 1900 because we looked at them earlier on. And so Ugarte, for example, some of them do sit there for a while. But let's just have a little look at Ugarte, because you'll start to learn which ones are good to trade with and which ones aren't. So he's at 1,900 there at the moment. Let's just go and see what he sells for with a shadow on him. And as you can see, not the greatest buy in the world because loads of people are putting a shadow on Ugarte. So some of them are better. Anchors are the best at the moment, in my opinion. I think anchors really, really, really are OP as anything. I think anchors are really, really OP as anything. So I would just be looking at anchors for a lot of the time. And you guys can confirm, right, that the stream hasn't been lagging, right? When I'm going on to different pages. And then the final thing you can do is what I did yesterday and I think I made about 150k, maybe a bit more from solution trading. So again with the shadows, just compare price back out. Wait for something to pop. You're not going to get the 1.2ks, it's not going to happen. There's bots on that stuff. So the bots this year are even more overpowered because there's no capture. Which can be good for you because it means you don't get captured constantly and have to continually do the I'm not a robot thing, which is quite nice to not have to do that. But bots also get... Then Chris, no issue, banging. Love that. How do I change trading methods? When I get bored tends to be the best way to do it. So again, at this time of the day it's not popping, so I know I can flip my filter. And I can do that. This reset of this chemistry styles. You think by now I got used to it, right? No, of course I don't. It's me. So Sinistera. Not the best card to have a shadow on because he's an attacker, but nevertheless, throw a bid on him, you're still going to make profit because you know the minimum they're selling for. So again, you can just throw bids on all of these guys. Ito technically is a buy because he's below the price that they sell for, so That's okay. So is good. And you just do that. See, simple as. Now, solution trading. This is when it might lag because FUZZBALL was doing this yesterday. I brought a video out on it yesterday, okay? There's two ways to do FUZZBALL solution trading, and this is the first way and the way that I've been preferring, but you've got to be quick on the game, okay? So FUZZBALL, we go to solutions, and we go to SBCs, and we go active SBCs, okay? And it brings up all these SBCs. We're interested in hybrid leagues, League of Nations hybrid, hybrid nations. League of Nations hybrid is what we're going to go for. I'm going to go to Fiendish. Complete challenges. And it brings up the cheapest solution. It automatically updates to bring up the cheapest solutions, okay? So I click on the cheapest solution, and I'm going to look at the cards that are really required for this. So Souček, for example, and Kufal are two that are vitally important to this. They're both Czech from West Ham, okay? So I'm going to go and check their price. And you're trying to get there when the solution first comes up, okay? So when the solution first drops, you want to be the first one in there to pick them up before they rise in value, okay? So Souček, so that solution looks like it's just come up to me. So you can buy a couple, you can buy a couple and see if they rise for now. But what I know the cards that are going to rise. By now I've done it enough that I know the cards which are likely to rise. Kufal, let's have a little look at him. Kufal is cheap. I think I probably got here late to the party for this SBC. But we're going to go Kufal and whatnot, buy these two. Best time to do this is during the day, not like in the morning. When people are doing these advanced SBCs, it is unreal. And it's going to be incredible. Absolutely incredible once the full game is out. Because everyone's going to want to do these SBCs. Let me just quickly... If Edison's not sold, he's getting relisted again. It's so annoying that he's got this price range on him. Someone buy this Edison, for God's sake. So, we see those two. We're going to wait and just see if they rise. Should I buy Llorente at 40k's investment? So, I've sold my Llorentes because I didn't like them. They're up in value. I'd be careful with Llorente, personally. He's taken a while to rise. 40k, I still think it's a good buy, if I'm honest. I don't think you can really go wrong with anyone that's moderately meta. I really don't think you can go wrong. The market's just going one way. But I sold my Llorente and my Sons because I was like, I can make more coins than waiting for these to rise. And of course, the next day they started rising. So of course that happened. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Cheers, guys. So if I'd held them, as cards I would have made more profit, but I've made far more by trading instead. So it swings and roundabouts. Tell me what must I do? No, not Cousoir. We want Kufal. So like this time of day, meh. There's no one really on the game to be sitting there doing solutions, so during the day. But I'm now going to keep hold of some Kufals and some Součeks, because I know now that they're in the cycle. They're now in the cycle for cards that are basically got a chance of going up in value. Have UCL, UECL marking matchups too? Wait, is it UCL this week? Is it UCL this week? No, not till October. Thank God for that. Forza Davinia, a lot of people love her. A lot of people think she's amazing, and she's gone through the roof because of it. It took people a long time to wake up to the women players. It took them a long, long time. 5-star, 5-star. This card is sensational. Like an absolutely sensational card. Really well rounded. I think she's got a lot of hype around at the moment because she is 5-star, 5-star. But I said it ages ago. This is the card that people are sleeping on. People are sleeping on this card hard. My brother bought it at 22k. Pacey, can still finish. Really good passing, sensational dribbling, amazing stamina, even like moderately okay defensive stats. She's 4-star, 3-star. The 3-star sort of is a problem, I get that. This card is unbelievable. Look, a couple of daily SPCs have major cups in. Oh, yeah, 100%, yeah, 100%. Colin Moani, I think he's only going up. Yes, I do think he's going to keep going up. My only problem you've got with him is he is 84 rated. He's going to get packed a lot. I think no matter who you buy right now, you're not going to struggle. Like, I just don't think it matters. You can pretty much buy anyone. As long as their graph on Footbin shows that they're up, you can pretty much buy anyone. Colin Moani is even higher now. You can buy pretty much anyone, genuinely. Like at 6 PM today, I'm probably going to buy into a few of these players for a rise overnight and then sell them on. Any investments for 50k? No, in my opinion, you don't invest with 50k. That is not enough of a coin total to invest. You want to have more coins than 50k to invest. You should be focusing on trading with... You should be focusing on trading with like silvers, bronzes, chemistry style, stuff like that is what you should be trading with. Continue to make coins. Investments with 50k is not a thing. Remember as well, all the stuff you guys are asking, if you subscribe to the website, it's all going to be there for you. We think Fluctuations is going live today. We think Fluctuations will be live today, which is going to be incredible. I cannot wait for Fluctuations. I'm just going to get these gone because these are buys from last night. Since last night, the market's obviously dropped in certain places and I don't want to get stung by them, so they need to go. I will make profit off of some shadows later on, but for now, these guys need to go because the market has changed since then. And I don't want to be sat on these cards for much longer. See players like Wright and Rolf and other women at 86 plus for clubs in European competitions. They could rise massively. Most knockouts are from the same club, 100%. But yeah, Wrighton hasn't gone anywhere yet, and I don't understand it. I think her weak foot is what's putting people off, but she's unbelievable. You think Diaby, right? Yes, Diaby's pacier. Wrighton's a better card than Diaby, without a doubt. She's got finishing to go and passing to go with the dribbling and pace. She's a better card without a doubt. There's no doubt in my mind she's a better card. Whatsoever. The only thing I do... Instead of winning 2 cards, I'll win these 2 cards, that's why. Didn't actually understand when to buy and when to sell players. Can you help me when it's the best time to do it? I put it in the video, Christian. Like, it's there for you, mate. You can buy at any point, really. I'm gutted when I told Sean to put Wrighton into his team that I didn't buy her at that point. Like, genuinely, if people are buying Sam Kerr, think about it this way, right? League, WSL, Women, Club, Chelsea. Kirby, decent. Buchanan, no one's going to use. And this card as well, how this card is 3.9k, I'm sorry. How is that card 3.9k? Makes no logical sense at all. Also, I will say, England women have been done dirty on this game. European champions and World Cup finalists. Are you mad? Like, Wrighton is the only player really can link her. She's the only one that links her. And people are going to use her. Like, she'd be in my team if it wasn't for the fact that I find it impossible to link her. Yeah, but even still with the stam, she can still get away with that. 92 stam on this card, by the way. 92. She is not going to stop running for you. She is not going to stop running for you. Six Haaland, Norwegian Barcelona. I don't know if you'd use Wrighton to link Haaland because of Haaland's value. If you've got the money for Haaland, I don't think you're using Wrighton to link him up, personally. I think you're more likely to go for, like, Doku and a KDB. I'm going to stick one in my transfer pile. She's incredible. No, Cal, no. We're respectful in this stream. How dare you? I'm just gonna leave one on my transfer pile for now. I just feel like it's a really, really, really solid buy. I can't see why she isn't at some point going to boom. If she doesn't, sod it, she'll go on my team. I'll just stick her in there. I'll find a way to make it work. So we'll remove the ones that are here. Krieger. La Piquette going for 2k there. Interesting. How'd you get those two girls on full chem if you get them? Whiten and Kirby, just nice instead if you use men elsewhere. So you can link up to Chelsea. So Kirby and Whiten can link to Chelsea men's players. So if I show you my squad, right? I'm using Sam Kerr at the moment because I'm using her for the Nightmare Ready stuff. But you see Leroy Sané at right wing. I packed Schürrle. They both link to each other. So you can link her to other Man City, to other Chelsea players. So you can link her to Nkunku if you wanted to. I think that's part of what's hurting her is that Chelsea just aren't that OP this year. That's part of what's hurting her to a certain degree, but it doesn't really matter. Like, she's just more than good enough, full stop. Evolutions. So level 1 challenge, score 4 goals, play 5 squad battle matches. So you've got to score 4 goals. It seems alright to me. In squad battles or rivals. Matches on minimum semi-pro. Should be fine. I did the thing where I went, I'm going to go and get Ansu Fati because I'm not going to just try and be different to everyone else. I did want to be different, to be fair. I did want to be, like, unique. But then I was like, well, everyone else is doing it, so I'm just going to do it. Because I don't think there's enough players in the game reading that right now to affect. Oh no, there you go. That's solution trading in a nutshell. He's up to 700 coins right now. It's not quite where you want him to be. You want him to be a bit higher than that. But he is up. It's different this time of day. It's not as busy, but you can see that, right? So once people realise that's the most expensive solution, the cheapest solution, everyone goes and buy him. So Kufau's meh. Kufau hasn't really done anything at all, but Souček is starting to rise. They tend to follow each other up, so that's solution trading in a nutshell. But the best solutions are the female players. Once Bid was right to going on low. There are female players, so sometimes you see it. So last night we were cooking on Alana Cook. Cooking on Alana Cook, that's actually quite funny. She was in the solutions and she went to like 1.7k. She fell into a solution and she falls into solutions all the time. So what happens is you start to get to know players that are continually in the solutions. So Van der Yacht and her, for example, last night were in the solutions, and Van der Yacht went to like 1.5, Alana went to 1.7, and then look, they dip back down again now. So if you wanted to, you could go and buy loads of them and wait for them to cycle back into a solution again, which will happen. But I just prefer to do it live. So see the solution, check the player, do it that way. That's a better way to do it, in my opinion. Will Nkunku go up? Yeah, in my opinion, everything's still going to rise. In my opinion, everything's still to rise. I keep toying with the idea. What I think I'm going to do each day is I'm going to go at 6 PM, buy a load of meta cards, let them rise overnight and sell them on, basically. I'm not going to hold anything for too long, but Nkunku's up 20k since yesterday, basically. So anything that's doing that is in the right way, basically. People that pack Haaland tradable will buy. To be fair, that's actually true, to be fair, Camsify. If I packed Haaland untradable right now, I would buy right into Lincoln. That is true. Have an 88 dupe. Should I wait for SBCs of content or quick sell and open packs now? I don't think there's going to be any content beyond... If KDB caused the rise to fodder to get to where it was, I don't think any other SBC is really going to have the same impact he would have. So wherever they've got to now is probably where they're going to be. Unless we get a mad pack, which is like, I don't know, an 85 times 2 for an 88 rated squad, like, which the way things are going this year, EA might drop that. But they probably wouldn't. How do I check solutions? So if I'm solution trading, Christo, I'm doing it all day. So when I'm solution trading, I'm constantly checking. Waiting for it to refresh, going onto there. Usually buying the female player that comes up. As long as that female player has 2 or 3 chem, they're crucial to it, I go and buy them. What you really want is 2 female players that strong link each other, because there's a lot less options in the female players in the game to substitute those 2 out for someone else. So Alana Cook yesterday, that's why she was so good, because there was no real way to substitute her out. She's 82 rated. There's no real way to substitute Alana out. Of course, yet again, the game freezes. That's always fun. That's just what you want to see happen. All this stuff that I'm telling you guys about is going to be on the website. A lot of you guys in here have previously been site subs, or are currently site subs, or are going to be site subs. I'm putting all this stuff, and Dan is putting all this stuff onto the website. It will cost you £10 a month for the site, right? At the lowest level of sub, it's £10 a month. I promise you, with the site, minimum you'll make is 1 million coins a month. Minimum. We have people who make 10 to 15 million a month. So if you're sitting there with one person who thinks, oh, I put FIFA points on and whatnot, do the site. You'll never need to do it again. I'm going to teach you guys how I grind 3 packs on the site. I'm going to teach you every single method before it goes into a YouTube video. It'll be there for you guys. Every single time. You won't have to worry about anything at all. And again, if you go for a season pass, it saves you 4 months, and you're going to get a copy of the EA Sports FC given away. And if the EAFC, you've already got it, which most of you will have, we're going to give you the money instead. So you have a chunk of money to spend on what you want. This Guru Writer is just unbelievable. Unbelievable card. So let's just go and check Sushek again. The thing is, you need to get them sold before they cycle out of the solution, which usually happens quite quickly. So 700 basically is where he's at. I don't think you're going to see much of a rise beyond that. But the best time to do this, I did it yesterday during stream. It was lagging the stream, unfortunately, but it is the best time to do it during the stream, because that's when everyone's on doing the solutions. This time in the morning, no one's on, realistically. Just losers like me streaming to losers like you. I'm joking, you're not losers, or kind of you losers. Just going to put these up there so they're done. I think Arsenal generally have been done dirty for ratings. We're about 7th in the world, players seem pretty average. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Though Catley, Sean uses this Catley in this team, and she's meant to be incredible. This Catley. Steph Catley, I think it is. For an 83 rated left back. She's obviously got value for a reason, but like I said, that 1.3k now. But she's got enough pace in her. Her passing is really, really good. She's actually got some half-decent shooting as well, which is alright. Like some half-decent passing in her. She's got decent crossing and whatnot. Decent dribbling stats, they're pretty solid. Decent defensive stats. Decent physicals, a good stam. It's a really good card. Again, she's Strong Link's Curse, so if she gets a special card, she's going to go to the moon. Because she's Strong Link's Curse. I think she does anyway. Please tell me I've not just mixed up the flags. I've checked before, I'm fairly certain. Yeah, it's Australia. Catley's good. Hemp is another player. Lauren Hemp. Again, she's finally flying. She was at like 11k the other day. She's got Playstyle Plus. A load of Playstyle for herself anyway. Pacey. Finishing's a bit meh. Passing solid though. Great crossing. And crossing, we know how overpowered that is this year. Dribbling's great. Composure, to be fair. This is the one time that I think they've got composure right on Lauren Hemp. Every time I've seen her play, she doesn't have that much composure. I'm not going to lie. Defending stats, okay, whatever. Stamina, again, sensational. A lot of these women have incredible stamina. Incredible stamina. But yeah, Catley's meant to be really good, Rob. Catley's meant to be really, really good. A lot of people rave about her. Why do you keep coming back for more? I really just want to sell this card. It is so infuriating. I'm like, just sell. Someone buy him without realising that his price range is going to change. I managed to sell a Ramsdale for doing that. Obviously, Ramsdale's a lot cheaper, so people don't really mind spending that sort of money on him. But Ramsdale, his min price is 12k. So if you want Ramsdale, you've got no choice but to spend 12k. Although he is absolutely atrocious, by the way. It is dreadful. But if you want Ramsdale, you've got no choice but to spend 12k on him. But the same thing isn't going to happen for Edison. People are going to think, oh, do you know what? I'm going to spend 130k on the keeper. His min price is 137. And all of us have got him listed for 137. Where's this guy's contracts on this card? 7. Like, there's page after page after page. Didn't see me online much last season. Beginning of the year, we did a lot of it. Towards the end of the year, towards the end of FIFA and whatnot, my head wasn't in the right place with it all. Dan and I have been at this consistently full time now for 3 years with the site and whatnot. It took its toll, and last year's game just wasn't good and enjoyable. This year's game, unbelievable. So far. Yes, the gameplay needs some work. I'm not going to lie and pretend it doesn't. But this is sensational. Like, I literally am in love with Evolutions. I think it is the best addition to Ultimate Team in forever, basically. Like, the ability here to go and make a gold card unbelievable is a bronze card unbelievable, sorry, it's sick. But even here, the fact you can turn an 80 rated midfielder into an 84 rated midfielder, just got to find max pace 80, max defending 80, like, you've got to be able to fit the criteria. Like, for me, it's absolutely incredible. Golden Glow Up Part 2. I just love it. I genuinely love it. I think it's amazing. Trying to see the eligible players. View all 6,000 players. Which are the best ones to go for? Has anyone seen some amazing gold cards to use in this one? You really want someone with pace. Minu. Everyone's doing Minu. You want someone with decent pace to start with. So we've got FC for 23 players. So what are the evolutions? Overall, so we go max 80. If I add the filter, max rating 80. Add filter, pace max 80. Add filter, shooting max 81. Add filter, this is on Footwiz by the way, it's really, really cool the way you can do this. Defending max 80. And dribbling max 86. Apply filters. This will give you a list of the cards that you basically can use with it. Boom. So this gives you a list of all the cards you can basically use with it. So if you weren't going to do the bronze part. They need to have done one Evo already. Yeah, no, yeah. You get the Welcome to Evolutions. That's one that everyone's using. So these are the cards you can use for it. So Amrabat, Wijnaldum. So instead of using the Welcome to Evolutions, because most people haven't used it on the random card. So have they got to be 79 rated then? Because the Evolution goes up 1, doesn't it? So it's got to be 79 rated, doesn't it? Think about it, it has to be 79 rated because they've got to go up 1 level with that Welcome to Evolutions. I'm right in saying that, ain't I? So it's got to be. So for the player you got to use, it has to be max 79, surely. Because you've got to go up 1 level. Overall 80, pace 80, shooting 81. Yeah, in CM, yeah. But remember, some like left wingers and right wingers do it. Shooting. Defending 80, dribbling 86. I'm fairly certain it means that they have to be 79 rated. And centre mid. Apply filters. I'm fairly certain I'm right in saying that. So Gravenberch, Guendouzi. So what boost do you get? So level 1, +3 passing, +3 defending. Level 2, +3 shooting, +3 dribbling. Level 3, +1 pace, +1. So you want relatively pacey player to start with. Solar could be a great choice. Solar could be a really nice choice. So Solar would go to 83 passing, 73 dribbling. No, 70 defending, 82 dribbling, 79 shooting, and then 78 pace and 75 physical. Oh, I don't think 50k is that bad. I genuinely don't think 50k is that bad. I was happy to do that for Fatty. Fatty's going to be an unbelievable card that's going to last you probably at least a month on the game. Wait, Eze can be used in the Golden Glove as well. Just doesn't want to get that big fat pace boost that you get with Relentless Winger. Edison, sell, goddammit. He didn't sell overnight, so I don't think he's going to sell today. My news evolution track is meant to be mad, isn't it? Evolutions. So my new, you do golden glow up, then welcome to evolutions, then golden glow up again. 81 pace, 74 shooting, 75 passing, 86 dribbling, 76 defending, 83 physical. That's mad. That does make him mad. That does make him mental, to be fair. Do you know if you can use informs in Evos yet? I don't think there's a problem with using them. I think they've just got to fit the criteria. Realistically, I don't think you've got a problem using them. It doesn't say it's got to be gold, does it? It doesn't say you've got to use a gold card. Completely think that, yeah. The only way you're going to get him is by packing him. Real talk. Even as with 85 pace is absolutely ridiculous. Like, genuinely ridiculous. If that card, again, with 85 pace was sat in any major league, he would be extortionate. He'd be absolutely ridiculous. Well, do I put an extra bit in there? Yeah, I don't know. Sod it. Sod it. If you want him, you're paying up. Pay up one house, sorry. You're paying up. Advance, Ito. Advance. Pavard. Hello, James. How are you, mate? James Dean. Are you the famous James Dean back from the dead? Are you the famous James Dean back from the dead? That is the question. I'm loving the sun being out, but I hate it first thing in the morning when I'm streaming because I have to like put my curtain down. Yeah, to Era, I said I literally was like, I don't want to buy this card, and now he's annoying me. Yeah, Shadow's good. Shadows are good. They're genuinely, it is decent. The best thing that's going to happen, right, is once the shadows on the site, Dan's hoping today for the site to be live for some areas, right? Once the shadows are on the site, you can literally not even have to sit and snipe there. You can see what they're selling for, because we literally track the market for you. You can then go and search by player. So rather than sitting there have to snipe, we show you, go to this player, go to this player, go to this player, go to this player. And you just work through the list, and you check the price of your shadow. So, for example, you might want to go transfer list, and you might want to go, not transfer list, transfer market. And you might want to go Paqueta, for example. I'm just going to give you an example of Paqueta. So go PAQ, Paqueta, and we're just going to see, search him with shadow, because that's obviously what we're looking for. And it will show you what to sell him for. It will say roughly what he sells for. You'll go to it and have a little look, and you'll see Paqueta. The reset is going to kill me, I swear to God. So you go to it, you'll be like, okay, cool, I know he sells for 2.2. If you see one there at 2k, you could buy him, fit back on again for 2.4 overnight, for example. And you could do that via every single player. Konate, probably going to be too much of a gap in this. Not going to be the best option, but... So Konate, as standard, about 5.7. Shadow. So there's not enough gap on Konate, so I wouldn't even bother with him, if I'm entirely honest. Having said that, you can see some bids there. And again, people that are doing the bid method aren't going to think about someone like Konate. Because they're just looking to bid up to the price of the cheapest shadows on the game. So you might be able to get them cheap enough. The cheapest Konate with shadow on him is, I think, 6k. But you'll start to learn players that are really, really good to search by using the website. So, Elatoon. Elatoon's current price. Like 1.5k, alright? I saw one for 3.5k the other day with shadow on it. I don't think she's that expensive anymore. But Elatoon. 2.4 is cheapest. So you know there's a massive gap on Toon. So you can sit there on Toon if you wanted to. And just wait for anything to pop. 83 price ranges are annoying. They are genuinely annoying. And again, what you can do is do the same thing I tell you guys always do. You flip through it and see if there's anything. At 6 PM, sorry, that is the time for the shadows. That's when the shadows come alive. And you can just work your way through the list and work out what's there and what's not. Nah, this time's terrible. Like, trading at this time in general is a bit iffy because there's just not the supply on the game because people are busy doing whatever. I go live here to answer your questions. That's the main reason I'm live. It's to answer your questions and be like, cool, so what do you want? Need help with this? Do you need help with that? Etc, etc, etc. Like, and just show you different things that I'm doing. That's the whole point of me being live at this moment. The best time to do it is 6 PM. 6 PM is always the best time to trade. Between 6 and like 9, 10. Dan trades at 8 o'clock. That's his favourite time to trade. The thing about this though is although it's slower, sometimes you will pick up better deals. I don't know if anyone remembers it from, I think, FIFA before last. We were sitting here in the morning on YouTube just jamming, and someone listed a Prime Butcher for 500k when at the time he was selling for 1.2 million. He's been sat there for 2 minutes before I bought him. But sometimes, yeah, you being here means you can pick up a really, really good deal. So 260 basically is where our cheap. 245 is our cheapest price. Just want to check that. Where your sale prices have been. I win. That sales of 269. That's actually not that bad a buy. He's just had a 269 sale. So you're at 268, you lose 13k. Take down that's a 10k profit there probably. Tempted to buy that, Owen. 264's popping. Probably want him like 235, probably is where you want him. I haven't done any bonus pack methods yet this year, okay? I plan on doing it. But I haven't done any yet. I don't know if the demand's quite there just yet. I think once full game's out, it will be good. So Perla last night, I think 220. I hesitated that. 245 now. Like, this is what I've said as well. This year they gave the icons a massive revamp, right? Like Nesta, for example, it's actually quite a usable icon now, which is really, really good. I just don't really get why they didn't do that with all the strikers and all the icons. Didn't just make them mad usable. Some of them, like, I'm like, you changed the stats on them, what was the point? Have 30k, what should you do? You should be trading with silvers. You should be trading with consumable, like, so chem styles. Silvers are probably the easiest thing for you to do. At 30k, it's going to be a slog, mate, to make coins. But once you make coins, it becomes easier. The more coins you have, the easier it is to make coins. I will show you in a second how to make the coins. Ian Wright. This is genuinely a half-decent card. Check. He sold for 180 last night, Coleman. 180. If I had the coins last night, I literally could have bought 50 icons for the price they're at. But yeah, so silvers, as I've shown before, silver rares are probably better, but just start at silver. You're looking mainly for the major leagues or the slight off leagues, so you could probably still work with like the championship. You can still work with like, I'm trying to think of this, like the Eredivisie. But you want to go and find the minimum they're selling for, which has been about 550 to 600. And basically, you're looking to snipe everything that falls underneath that, that comes up underneath that. It's hard to do at the moment, though, because they're over the hour, so they're in the way, which is kind of annoying. But you can change the filter to get rid of them. Silver rares. So the cheapest silver rares are 700 coins. You can compare price back out. Again, the best time to do this really is the evening, UK time. Because that's when the content comes out. So you do this basically. Compare price back out, wait for stuff to pop. Not really going to pop at this time of the day. Nothing really does. Especially because you've got to remember, it's only people that have the Ultimate Edition on the game. Same thing on Ligue 1. Find out the minimum they're selling for. And when you buy cards and you snipe them, you need to find out what they're actually selling for. You're not just looking to be like, okay, cool. They might be selling for 650, but they might sell for a little bit more. If they're selling for a bit more, you don't want to lose coins. So 750, for example, this guy is. So you want to make sure you get the most amount of value you possibly can. Bidding methods, again, Oscar, you can do that exact same thing. Just flip the filters and bid instead, rather than sniping. She's just going to sit and chill at the moment. I just find it mind-boggling that she's 30k for that card. Like, I find that mind-boggling. I get she's not as good as someone like Graham Hansen in terms of the overall rating, right? And the overall stats, but she is very, very good. Graham Hansen is a beast. 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot with those stats is absolutely ridiculous. That's all right, Jake. That's what I'm here for, bro. Are you able to bring back a bike box from work, Harrison? Someone wants us to send them a bike. Are you able to bring back a bike box from home so we can basically take the bike apart and put it into that? Yeah, 70k is enough, Ireland. Yeah, 70k is enough. 100%. No worries, Oscar. Remove that one, remove that one, remove that one. Just want to see if these Canates, so I can show you the Canate selling, like how you bid up on the Canates because you know what they're selling for. Would you say when silver trading, you even go for cards that give you 100 profit? Yeah. The beginning of the game, it's all about the grind, and sometimes you're not going to get the profits you want to get. What will happen though is sometimes you will snipe a player that's worth 1.5k, and that's when you go, brilliant, I made some really good coins from that one. Other times it'll be 100 quid profit. You snipe everything that comes up. Strakosha, for example. So the cheapest one of Strakosha is 950. So he's gone now. But that Strakosha probably would have been a decent buy because you probably could have got 1.1 for him. If you dissed him for sort of 3 hours, you probably could have got that. Yo, Shark, how you doing? No, I wouldn't go all in and Gomez and Depay, no. There's better cards to buy that. Would the Young Rice from 80k? Probably, yeah. Again, anything that's 50k plus at this moment in time should see a rise between now and Friday. I just don't know if I'd hold it past release, personally. So 220 last night, I was like, nah. Nah, not so sure about that. 220. Bang. Unbelievable rises in these cards. Tradable Griezmann, Foden, St. Maximan from packs. Got 30k in the bank right now. So, again, 50k plus is the rule. In my opinion. So Griezmann is 93, keep him. He should go up. Foden, I'm assuming, isn't anywhere near that because it's an okay card, not great. Foden I'd sell. I wouldn't worry about Foden at all. St. Maximan's a weird one because he's massively popular, but he's 81 rated. He's going to get packed a lot on Friday. My opinion would be keep Griezmann. There's a chance that Max goes up, but actually, if you look at that Max's graph, this is the giveaway, right? As to whether a card's worth selling or if it's going to go up at the moment, okay? This is St. Maximan's graph. Meh. Whereas if you look at someone like Griezmann's graph, look at that. Meow. To the moon. To the moon. That's usually your giveaway. That's usually your giveaway to know which one it is. I do think some of these cards do have a ceiling price. We saw this rise back like a couple of days ago, and then they all come down again and plummet down again because people started to panic sell or just sold off because they were happy with the profit. So you do have to be a little bit careful. My God, Ederson, just go away from the club. Someone must want an Ederson before they realise that the price ranges have changed. Will change and then they'll get cheaper. Ibanez. $11k this card is. That is mad. That's genuinely hilarious. Right, I will be back in 2 minutes. Gonna go and have a comfort break. I will literally be 2 or 3 minutes, alright? I won't be long.
They said, don't fall, don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it, getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began, just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you shot and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Born to the place where all this began. To start again. Won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta focus to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around.
I think Sean is still asleep, which is good. Because Sean was up at 4 o'clock this morning picking up that TV for us, which is mad.
Until you break down.
No, Edison, go. Sell, now. Transfer market, transfer market. Until we break down. So even that one's gone. Even that 265's gone. This is mental. This rise is mental. Nunes and Rodrigo should hold Rodrigo. Again, 50k rule. 50k rule. If it's above 50k, you hold. And I don't know if I'd hold to release. I'd hold to probably just before. Do I still watch Sutton every now and then? My brother plays on Saturday, so I tend to watch him because he's semi-pro, but that sort of changed recently. Nunes. Darwin Nunes. So, the evolution cards are a tricky one. I've said this before. The evolution cards are a very, 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 very tricky one because they are hyped AF, right? And everybody is going to want to do Ansu Fati. Everybody's going to want to do Nunes or Werner and whatnot. So they're going to have value, but all of them are low rated. All of them are low rated. So you have to bear that in mind when it comes to selling these cards and doing whatever. Like, they are all low rated. So they're going to get packed quite a bit. Yeah, his price range is mad. I got him in the preview pack yesterday. So you're basically relying upon someone not realising his price range is going to change. That's what you're hoping for. Someone to come along and be like, oh, his price range is he's expensive. Like, I have to buy him because he might go up on release. Like, that's what you're relying upon. By all means, guys, by the way, keep the questions coming. Keep the questions coming. I'm here to answer every question. What Van der Ven do you think he will drop? His pace is what probably is maintaining his value. his pace is probably what's maintaining his value. So you have to just bear that in mind. He probably will hold for a bit longer. But again, low rated does cause a slight problem. How much do I make shadow trading? When I'm sitting there grinding out shadow trading, you could probably make 50k an hour if you pick up enough cards. If you're willing to sit there and grind it, 50k an hour I'd say is probably a consistent amount you can make. Found a way around the glitchy menus, playing that Evo Challenger, people who keep bugging out my game. Not really. It's difficult to really work your way around it because it's just an issue with the game. Probably the best way to go about doing it, especially if you're trading, is to use a squad menu to trade, but I can't stand doing that. Just using Konati, less coins to lose. That's my thought process. That's my thought process with it all. Best investment make 20-20k to sell before release. I went over them in the video, in the stream earlier on. They're in the video tonight for everybody. So if you watch tonight's video, I go into massive detail about how to find them. The problem you have is when people turn around and go in a stream, go and buy this card, everyone goes and buys it, and it messes up the investment for whoever puts the money into it. So it's better to look for ones yourself, and I've put in the video tonight how you do that. Yeah, Cal, the only thing is though, is if they don't upgrade their price ranges and someone does buy it for 137k, you're laughing. But I think they probably would still be 50, 60k if it was the price range was updated. You'd still get that for them probably, because they're the best keepers in the league. Yeah, basically, Cruz, he's either going to climb or drop. I don't think he's going to maintain his price. I think he's either going to go up or down. I don't think there's any debate about that. The question I have is how far up he goes or how far down he goes. I just can't see it. I think his ceiling price is not far off where he's at the moment because of his rating. I think that's the point. His rating is what makes him have a certain ceiling. Don't get me wrong, I did my evolution. He's incredible. Yeah, some people have sold them for that price. I've seen it all over Twitter that people have been able to sell Edison and Allisons and whatnot at their price range because people desperately want it for their team. They're pack of Van Dijk. And what they need like Allison to boost up the chemistry, and they go and buy him. And some people don't realise that price ranges are a thing and they're going to be updated. Some people just think that's the price they're going to be all year, and it's obviously not true. $100k max, yeah, I didn't do well. To be fair, I got De Jong and Hakimi. I did get De Jong and Hakimi, so I can't complain too much. But it was also a bit iffy compared to what I would have liked to have got realistically. I just don't think the 100k packs this year have been great, full stop, for most people. The problem you've got this year, right, is with the women being added to the game, there's a lot more fodder. So like the 83 times 10 or 84 times 5 debate was there, and I went 84 times 5. which I normally wouldn't do. I would have gone for the 83 times 10. But there's so many cards that you can pack that are 83 rated now this year that I was like, no, and a lot of the women that are 83 rated don't have very good value. So I was like, no, actually, I'm gonna plumb for the high rated cards and try and get those, and that's what I did. That's what I would do if I were you guys as well. When you get the options this year, that's the way that I go about it. Give in that. Love your shoes, usual. Women upset with their own fun players, literally probably today, if not tomorrow. We have to wait for the price ranges to be updated in order to make it viable for you guys to do it. So we have to wait for the price ranges, because think about it this way, right? If we call a buy price on Luke Shaw at 2.8k because that's what he's selling for, well, the reason why he's selling for that price is because that's his minimum price range. So we have to be careful about how we do it. We have to make sure that we're not screwing you guys over, basically. Debated that at the 23 and regretted it. Yeah, I was just sitting there and I was just like, nah, do you know what? I'm going to go for what I think is going to give me the best chance of packing something decent. I still didn't pack something decent, but... So Yellen, my brother, yesterday, got onto game for the first time. He packed Usman Dembele tradable, then Bellingham untradeable. I can't remember who else he packed untradeable, but his team's ridiculous because he just hit... Oh, Rashford untradeable. He just hit ridiculous thing after ridiculous thing after ridiculous thing. Just kept hitting mad stuff. Again, keep throwing the questions, guys. I'm literally here to answer your questions. Keep throwing as many questions you've got, throw them out. There's no dumb question, there's no stupid question. Throw them all out at me. That's just going, so Bull Ali one's an example. That can just go for now. Want to be clear for later on. Nearly there, Adam. It will be there. Dan just had to wait until the prices were updated properly because we don't want to be giving you guys the wrong information. The last thing we want is to give you guys the wrong information. Only got 84 rated from 10 cards. Yeah, see, that's the reason I just decided to cut it out. I was like, nah, do you know what? I'm not gonna wait and hope for the best on that. I'm gonna go and... So investments you have right now, apart from meta cards that give coins right now, investments don't give coins right now. That's the whole point. Investments you're investing for coins in the future. Investments are coins for the future. Best thing to do with 30k, it's silvers or it's chemistry style trading. They're the ones. At 20k, at 30k, you have to slog. You have to grind and you have to be like, right, I'm going to make coins slowly but surely. They're going to be 100, 200, 300 coin profits. But once you get to that 50, 60k mark, it all starts to speed up. So that's what it comes down to. You've got to be willing to put the work in at that point. Shot to 100k, there's nothing in the cup at the moment. Record's worth buying all the players for the advanced SBCs. If you want to get the SBCs done now because they're cheaper, then yes. But if you don't want to get the SBCs done, you don't care about that, I would continue trading. I got the SBCs done because there were 20k to do the SBCs now, whereas in 5-6 days time, they're probably going to be 45, 50k. Because everyone's going to be doing them, so the supply is going to be like drying up. Oh, Sean's awake. Sean's awake. So Sean was up at 4 o'clock this morning to go to London to pick up that screen. How is that screen? Is it good? Everyone say good morning to my brother. Anyone doesn't say good morning is going to have bad pat luck for the rest of the week. Yeah, Silvers are sounding like they are. Yeah, people use them for SBCs. Can I review your team? I don't do team reviews, bro. Sorry. If I did that, everyone would be spamming me with team reviews. Adam, in my opinion, it would still be chemistry styles at that point. It would still be chemistry styles at that point. There we are. Mohammed said good morning. That was nice. Wicked, heavy and huge, but looks wicked. Love that. See, Mohammed's nice and said good morning. I was debating once the site launched, doing a giveaway on this channel so you guys could get the site for free. But maybe I've changed my mind now. Wow. Also, a stacking clubs with Major Nation, Major League players it can be. Adam said good morning. That's more like it. So in the Discord, Sean is with Dinio. So basically, Sean's now come on board with me and Danny's part owner of Foot Trading with us. So he's going to be helping you guys with everything this year as well. Giveaway, please. As if you need it. You've literally got access to the site because you own it. Afternoon, Sean. Wait, it's afternoon for you, Rob. Freeman means you could be Aussie, to be fair. That is a bit of an Aussie surname. But then it'd be evening for you guys. I beat work on my trigger speed. What do you mean? Afternoon, Sean. Giveaway, please. Nope, dead. There will be giveaways. Once the site's live, there will be giveaways for the site. Still want a giveaway, don't we? But who wants a giveaway? Like I say as well, guys, I'm going to try and get onto YouTube in the mornings where I can. Like, I can't always, but where I can get on YouTube in the mornings, I will be getting on YouTube in the mornings. It's me and Sean are sort of working out the best route to doing everything at the moment in terms of we've got to be careful with this and our other business. I've got to set the giveaway up, so I can't do it in this one. Not Essex, just back. You're literally from Essex. Kathy Freeman was an Aussie. So I thought maybe you might have an Aussie. Because there are a lot of Australians in there. I'm not about it. Where you go, I go to. Another one of the YouTubers' favourite songs when they're doing collaborations and stuff like that. Another one of their favourite songs. Let's take it. Bum, bum, bum. I'm hoping the site will be live tonight, okay? That's Dan's hope, is that the fluctuations will go on. PC prices went on to... PC prices went on to... PC prices went onto FUTWIZ yesterday. Obviously, we work with FUTWIZ for our pricing, so that should really, really help to get that up, basically. So PC prices went on yesterday. So that's a massive step forward to get everything done. So I'm just sorting out some background stuff, guys. I won't be long. Although, to be fair, you can just keep throwing questions at me. It's probably the easiest thing to do. If I'm not sitting there clicking on stuff, it's easier for me to answer your questions. We've already recorded a video for tonight, which is the one basically in how you guys are going to go about making coins from investing if you insist on investing. We know that I'm not necessarily thinking that's the best way to do things, but some people haven't got the time to do what I'm doing in trading. So... let's take it slow. Good morning, Adam. How are you, big man? I hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful morning so far. If you're not having a wonderful morning, tell me who's made it not wonderful and I'll kill him. No, I'm joking. I won't really. YouTube. Don't ban me. Favourite player of you so far, Sam Kerr. Done. Sam Kerr is absolutely incredible. Ones I want to try. Guru Wrighton. I bought one today just because I feel like she's going to go up. She's up at 37 from 22 that Sean bought her at. But Guru Wrighton, I want to use her if I can because she looks absolutely ridiculous. And Graham Hansen. Graham Hansen looks an absolute joke. I go to... Also, morning to your bro was just in the game. See? Josh said good morning to Sean as well. So many people didn't say good morning. That's absolutely disappointing. Have you guys noticed how my voice has got louder because I know Sean's awake now? Waking Sean up is never a good thing. Don't wake the beast. Do not wake the beast. What's writing at 37? Don't sell it yet. If you're going to sell it, don't sell it yet. I wouldn't even sell it personally because she's unbelievable, but... But yeah, 37. She might have gone up a little bit more this morning, to be fair. I think she's probably still at 37. Oh my god, I missed out on Owen. Hopefully he sold for loads. Yeah, he finally sold for loads. We're fine. Bought her at 20. So there you go. So Sean's got mad profit. Almost double bubble. Double bubble! The South London is Sean coming out. Double bubble, mate. Do. Feeling great. Showed up to a solid team for Weekend League last night. I love that. It's not this weekend, it's the weekend after for Weekend League starting, right? It's not this weekend, it's the weekend after. Because I'm going to have a better team than I've got currently for Weekend League, I think. Although, to be fair, I actually think this is a decent squad. It does the job for now. Obviously, Sam Kerr won't be there. I've got the Bayern Munich lady striker, Schürrle, instead to use. So that's fine. So I'm not too stressed about that. I think Weekend League start... Wait, it's this weekend? Oh shit, I bet because get some games in then to start fucking getting some points in. Wait, so that means if you got the game this year, this Friday, you've got less chance of playing Weekend League this weekend. That's sad. I feel bad for the people that didn't get the Ultimate Edition. Because they've got less chance now of actually getting the game. And remember guys, I say it again, I've said it a few times today, subscribe to Foot Trading. I cannot stress this enough. If you're the sort of person that spends FIFA points on the game, we guarantee you, it's £10 a month, up to £20 a month for the incredible bot that we've got. £10 a month, you will never, ever, ever need to buy FIFA points again. Ever. Because on the site, we'll teach you how to trade. Silver is Hayden, that's the best thing to do with that coin budget. Because on the site, we'll teach you how to trade. So you'll have all the tools you possibly need to trade. And I will also teach you how to grind those coins into free packs. Last year, I probably opened up 10,000 packs, something like that, with the grind that I put in. Like, you literally can get unlimited free packs if you've got the coins and the time to grind. And I will show you how easy it is throughout the whole year. We're going to have a set grinding area on the website as well, where we teach you guys on the website, this is how you do this is how you get this coin, this is how you get those coins. Like, it's so easy to do. The silvers is your best, Hayden, for certain. Do you know how to silver trade? I want Sam Kerr though, badly. I just want to pack her. Ideally, I'd like her first owner as well. I know it's not much to ask, but you know, it's a lot to ask even. Went up in flames. What's a good filter? No, we don't. That's not how we work here. We don't do that. That's not how the life works. We don't just go, give me a good filter because I can't be asked to find one myself. I teach you how to do it. So the most important part of trading is always that the major leagues are going to be your best shout, okay? However, with the major leagues, there's competition, right? So you need to break down your filters a little bit more. So you want to be sitting there being like, okay, cool. Premier League's going to be hella busy. So you might want to go Serie A. And we look at normal silvers, which are all dirt cheap. So bidding on these is going to help you massively. Silver rare. Again, bidding on these would be perfectly fine. And then I start to think about, right, what other leagues are there that are going to have some form of demand? Some form of demand for SBCs. Someone like the Eredivisie would be banging. So you're just looking to snipe and bid below what they're currently selling for. So like the Eredivisie could be quite a good one to double your coins on with bids. If you can get cards at 150, you're guaranteed to double your coins. In fact, you've done it a bit more than double your coins. Have you heard anything about League SBCs about this year similar to last year? The talk that everyone's saying at the moment is that they are proper League SBCs again. How anyone would know that, I don't understand. Because I highly doubt there's been any leaks so far from a member of person at EA that has any idea about when they're going to be leaking it, when they're going to be releasing this stuff. I cannot see a world where they would be leaking that information already. I don't think there's a way that anyone could possibly know that. It's literally like predicting the weather in 2 months' time. No one's ever going to know. Slow motion goo. How much do you think 85s will rise to? 4.5k seems far too cheap. They are too cheap, but you're relying upon, if you buy them any more than that, you rely upon EA for content. The only way that they rise is with content. So I would not be buying fodder right now at all. You can rush invest. So let's say an SBC came out. Let's say EA did drop an 85 plus double tonight for an 88 rated squad. You can rush invest into 87s and 88s, no problem. I'm good, James, mate. How are you, bro? You can rush invest, but that's the only way that I go about doing it. I wouldn't be investing in any way, shape or form of fodder right now. Especially seeing as we've got a few days until everyone gets onto the game and packs are going to be opened up like crazy. Wouldn't even surprise me if 85s get down to like 3k at that point. Unless their price change denies them the ability to do that. Don't think this myself, but feel Marta like 2k is too cheap. But why is Marta too cheap at 2k? So think about that. When you're thinking, right, a card's cheap, right, James? And you're thinking, right, this card's too cheap. Why do you think Marta is too cheap? 50k, you should be trading with silvers. You should be trading with chemistry styles. They're the best two ways for you to make your coins. Have Rick's packed up this year? Got Emery 84-5. Got Team Week Salah, Rashford, Tomori and Theo. What? That's like over 1 million coins worth of bloody players. There was me buzzing because I got a De Jong to stop the crap that I've been getting. That is mental. I thought Yedlin did well yesterday getting a trade with Dembele, like. Cause you got me hauling. I think Trippier's getting an info off to getting 3 assists, almost certainly, but the reason you buy Trippier with him being out of packs is because of the fodder potential, but he hasn't got we haven't really got a good reason for fodder at the moment. So I don't think necessarily it matters too much. I'm hoping that makes sense. There's not really a reason for there to be fodder at the moment on the game, so him being out of packs, yeah, he might rise a bit, but is it really worth putting loads of coins into him? Probably not. You have to always remember, when you're thinking about buying, or you're thinking about investing, or you're thinking a card's too cheap, or whatever it is, you've got to have a reason to justify that in your head. Pat, Messi and Ronaldo in the same two-player pack, that's a dub. Both probably have lost a lot of utility this year. Messi because of the league he's in, and Ronaldo because they've chopped his legs off. Still cool to pack them, but nowadays the big players to pack are like the likes of Haaland and the Mbappes. Back in the day it was Ronaldo, Messi, they were the only ones you wanted to pack. Ronaldo being the main one because of the way he played in game. Got 100k, just wondering what you reckon is the best trading method. 100k, probably chemistry styles. SBC solution trading probably works quite well for 100k as well because you've got enough coins that you're not tying up too many. So solution trading is probably something that works for you, would work for you as well. Bam, bam. And trading packs have been elite. I've got Son and Diaby and a bunch of cards. Tradable packs have been awful. My tradable packs have been okay. I've got Hakimi and De Jong and Bruno Fernandes. But my pack luck is always just stinky AF. My pack luck is always horrendous. Like, I never have good pack luck. No matter what I do and no matter what I try, never good pack luck. I'll get 1 or 2 very good packs a year and that is it. Pat Ljungberg and Diani in the same pack. Got 31k, Sajid again, same answer I've given everybody for that same budget you've got. Silvers is probably your best bet with that sort of budget. Potentially bronzes as well, but silvers is going to be your best bet. Or trading with actual consumables themselves, so shadows, hunters, healing cards. There's loads of different ways that you can get involved in that. I'm a murderer. Bam, bam. It depends on how you do it, like, it generally depends on how you're doing it. So if you're on the same filter as everybody else and you're sitting there trying to repeat the same thing over and over again and it's not working, then that's the problem. If you change it up and think, right, how do I go about being away from people, bidding and whatnot, if you put bids in, if you bid on 30 players, you get 10 of them, you've done well. For Chemstar method, what price range should players be? Like 1 or 2k. You want them to be cheap players because the shadow is like 3.5k. So the cheaper the player, the more gap there's going to be between them and having shadow and not having shadow. You want them to be cheaper, not more expensive. Hello Dark, how you doing? Is it efficient to do bronze pack method? I've not done any yet, and my answer at the moment would probably be no. Because I don't think there's enough value in bronzes that it's good enough yet. Some people have said they've done it and they're enjoying it and it's going well. A lot of other people are saying no. Like, to do well in bronze pack methods, you've really, really, really got to sell like all the contracts and stuff like that. And really, who's got time for that? Who's got time to sit there and grind out all of those packs? Like, every contract. Trying to sell every contract and make it remotely worth it. Like, I know I ain't. Might do the mechanics spend your life doing BPM. A lot of people do it, to be fair. It's getting more and more popular by the day. She's going to turn it up and then she's going to take it down. Again, this is another one of the YouTube specials. All the YouTube collaborations play this song 24/7. I'm going to turn it up and then I'm going to take it down. Boom. Well, that's that. Right, I think that's going to be me. We've been over live for over 2 hours. I will be live again tonight at 5:30 on Twitch. So come over there if you want to get help and all that awesome stuff. I'm probably going to buy some short-term investments I've got overnight. So you can watch me do that. Maybe get involved in that, alright? Outside of that, check out Foot Trading. It will make you millions and millions and millions. You will literally not ever have to buy FIFA points again in your life. You'll never need to spend FIFA points again. I promise you that. Check out Foot Trading. The link's down below, alright? We will be live.